Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be testing the test rides. We've got the Tahompa Coupe. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'll be pretty honest, I really don't mind the way this thing performs because this thing, well, it might not be able to take corners very well. I wouldn't admit that. I don't think the corners are very good on the car, but the braking, it makes up for it in the braking. This car was free at one point, so would I recommend it still? Probably. It might have some good upgrades, but I'd probably have to say no for this one because I don't really like muscle cars, so let's move on to the next one. Next up, we've got the Chester RR. Let's take this thing for a spin. Okay, so I was really impressed with the brakes and the turning on this car. So yes, I would absolutely recommend this car. A bit about this car. This car is a tuner's car. Strange thing to be on, but still, the thing is a tuner's car. This car, I don't know. There's not much to say really about this car. This car is really nice though. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so I can't remember when I got this car, but this is the Stinger GT. This is also the podium vehicle, so let's just drop this thing out. Okay, so I would definitely recommend you try and win this car from the podium vehicle. This thing has great brakes, amazing brakes for that matter. It takes corners well, and it looks great. I'll be honest, I like the look of the car. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the SE Rally, Weenie SE Rally. This is considered an SUV, but I thought this looked more like a sports car. Anyway, let's test this thing out. Okay, so I'll be very honest, this car can't turn very well. But this car has amazing brakes, so it makes up for it there. And the car looks nice. I really like the car. I actually might consider buying it. It's not like I can really say the car looks good, but it can't take corners well, but the brakes are good on the car. Would I recommend it? For the fact that it can't take corners, I'd say no. But if you're looking for looks alone, then I'd say yes. If you're not worried about the tuning, I'd say yes. If you're not worried about the brakes, like, I'd still say yes. So I'd say yes for looks alone, yes. But tuning, no. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this week we've got the prize right, which is the Vulca Nebula Turbo. Let's move on to the test drive. Okay, so to be very honest, I would not recommend this car. This car is just trash. The car can't turn very well. The car can brake horribly. I just wouldn't recommend this car. So, don't try winning the prize ride this week. Just give this one a miss. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the Dinka Kenjo SJ. To be honest, I don't mind the look of this one. I don't. Okay, this car reminds me of something, but I can put my name on it, but I'm not going to say it, okay? So let's move on to the test drive. Okay, so I'll be honest, this car can't brake well. Okay, I thought the braking was kind of bad. The turning is good though. The turning is good. The handling, it handles alright. It's probably not the best, but it still handles alright. Would I recommend it though? Maybe to make this one of the last vehicles you want to get, okay? The answer's not no, but it's not yes either. So, I'd say just make sure you've looked through all the vehicles and make a decision before you think about this one, okay? Let's move on to the next car. Okay, so this is the NS300R. Let's test this thing out. Okay, so I really don't mind how this thing performs. This car actually performs pretty well. I didn't think this car was going to perform very well at all. I don't know why, but I just didn't think this car was going to be that good. So, it can take corners, it can brake well, it handles well. I would recommend it. If I didn't fall off the edge, which you won't see, I think you would get it. But anyway, I forgot to say, I would still recommend it. I do not mind the looks of it. I have seen better cars though. The Overflowed Entity XF. This is one of the old classic cars in the game, and I still love it to this day. Let's test drive this thing out. So yeah, I would still recommend this car to this day. It looks good, it performs good, it brakes good. Everything about this car is just straight up perfect. They really nailed this car when they first released it, and this was when GTA Online first came out. So yeah, I'd still recommend this car. Let's move on to the next one. Game over. I'm already excited to say don't buy this car. I don't like these kind of cars. So let's just move on to the test drive. Get it over with. No, just no. I'm not gonna tell you to get this car. In fact, I'm gonna tell you to stay well away from this car. Stay 10 feet away from this car, because this car does not deserve to be in your garage. So I've actually seen this car in real life. Alright? When I went on my holiday to LA, I saw this car when I was on a tour. Anyway, that's enough about this. This is the Inner Super Diamond. So let's take this thing for a test drive. So, I'll be honest, the car doesn't really perform that well. It doesn't take corners well and whatnot, but do I still recommend it? Well, to be honest, I don't hate the look. I just don't like the Windsor drop. It just looks weird. That one. But this one, it's not terrible looking. Like I told you guys many times on this channel, I base cars off of looks. I don't base them off how good they are in performance and stuff because they're all basically garbage. So I guess I could say if I like the look of the car, I'd say go for it. But yeah, I'd say go for it. I don't mind the look of it. So move on to the next one. Okay, so my first thought of this car when I first saw it, like when I had control of it, I thought this thing doesn't have an exhaust. So this must be an electric car. So I guess let's test drive it. Well, I'll be very honest, this car could turn better, I'll be honest, but it kind of makes up for it in the braking. And I also learned something about this car while driving it. I thought this car looked so familiar. Like, I thought it looked really, really familiar. This car kind of reminds me of one of the cars you get from completing a certain types of missions. The DAX missions, if you complete them on the last set, the last dose. Anyway, do I recommend this car? Yes, I still would recommend this car. It still looks really nice. I really like the look of it. But it can't perform well in the turning, but it can perform well in the braking. I still think the braking is alright on this car. So, yeah, I'd say get it. I'd say go for it. But don't think it's a necessity. None of these cars are a necessity. Just think, if I want it, I could get it. But do I need it? Anyway, let's move on to the last one of the day. Okay, so this is the SM722. Well, weird name for a car, but let's just test drive this thing out. It's a sports car, so let's test this thing out. Okay, I really don't like the way this thing performs. I'm just gonna say no to get this over with quickly. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!